hearty good evening to each one and all present over here now. So as we reach towards the conclusion part of this wonderful event of ours, first of all, I would heartily congratulate to each and every participant who had put in their effort towards the presentation and surely must have gained also from their own presentation and also the learning from other participants. So now we would first of all want to felicitate our experts of technical session for the today's event. For that purpose, firstly, I would invite first Dr. Martina ma'am to be felicitated by our own principal, Dr. Seema Desai ma'am. Yes, of course, ma'am. You were and you will always be a part of the family. To continue with the same proceedings, now I would request our principal madam to felicitate the second expert for the session, Dr. Hina Uza ma'am. A big round of applause for the expert, please. And finally, last but not the least, I would also continue, madam, to felicitate the last expert for today's session, Dr. Naveen Punjabi sir, who has come all the way from Mumbai for this session. Now, I would request all the experts to give their own opinions based on the presentations that they've reviewed of all the participants in a summarized manner, starting with, first of all, Dr. Martina ma'am. Okay, fine. Dr. Naveen Punjabi sir.
Thank you, Abhishek sir. Respected principal, Dr. Seema madam, respected technical experts, Dr. Martina, Dr. Oza, thank you so much for having me here. And firstly, let me congratulate each and every one of you who have participated. As early in the morning, our Vice Chancellor sir gave the life cycle of a teacher. If you remember, I don't know how many of us remember, Pravesh, Pariksha, Parinam. After that, अध्ययन, टाइम मिले तो रिसर्च. सो आपने जो टाइम निकाला उसके लिए जोरदार तालियां. And honestly, what he said, time मिले तो research. Initially, I was thinking कि time मिले तो research होना चाहिए क्या? But it is a fact, and it is a very very unsaid fact that time मिले तो research, because today we have NEP, we have NAC, we have so many other duties, exam duties, other duties. उसके बीच में all of you all remove time. That is wonderful. So a big round of applause to all of you for taking out time. And I personally feel that these conferences keep the teacher in us alive, because this is where we meet each other and we benchmark and we try to learn from each other in terms of what is going on in and around us and who is doing what kind of work in which area. तो इससे हमें थोड़ा सा मौका मिलता है एक दूसरे से सीखने का और थोड़ी अपनी स्कॉलरशिप दिखाने का भी. Why not? I mean, this is where you get to. बच्चे लोग के सामने स्कॉलरशिप दिखाते तो कोई समझता ही नहीं है क्लास में, क्योंकि हमें बोला जाता है कि यू नो यू हैव टू मैनेज योर लेवल ऑफ द क्लास, देर आर फर्स्ट जनरेशन लर्नर्स, देर आर एक्सपर्ट्स, देर आर दीज, वो सब छोड़ दो. तो दिस इज़ वेयर यू कैन ऑल्सो शो योर स्कॉलरशिप. सो दैट इज़ वन थिंग दैट वी गेट टू लर्न. Second thing I would like to do is personally thank all the team out here for the lovely hospitality, especially the pink purple pakoda, sorry purple puri, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, रत्ताड़ू पूरी. या तो right from the खमन ढोकला in the morning to रत्ताड़ू पूरी, आपने हमें सूरत में याद दिला दिया है कि अभी हम जब भी सूरत आएंगे तो ये दो आइटम जरूर खा के जाएंगे यहाँ से मैडम. अरे वाह वाह वाह. नो रिपीटेशन, मैडम बोल रही है और आइटम बाकी है. सर बोलते हैं कि अगर सूरत पूरा देखना है तो हफ्ता भर आना पड़ेगा, ऐसे एक दिन में नहीं देख पाओगे आप. सो दैट वाज द वार्मथ. Most important thing that I would request you to say is that some of you, there are some students also. Can we have their show of hands who presented? Some students. Big round of applause to them. I think this is what NEP wants. See, you may not have got the best presentation award today. I would request organizers to consider as a separate category for students presentation to be understood as a separate category, and from them we could choose one for the next time. That is what my humble suggestion is, because the students are taking interest and coming forward and presenting, especially all those who are honor students. There are a few honor students also who are not research scholars. PhD students को तो mandatory है बाबा, उनको मत बोलो, उनको तो करना ही पड़ेगा. The ones who did not have mandatory but came forward to present is something that was wonderful, and please keep it up. I know sometimes it is challenging to kind of come and speak in front of teachers whenever your teachers are also sitting, so it was wonderful to see all of you all present. Now the next point that I wanted to speak was, please seek feedback but not validation. We are not here to validate you कि आप अच्छे हो, बुरे हो, कैसे हो, क्या हो. We are nobody to validate you. Only what you seek from experts or what you consider us to be experts is only feedback and not validation. तो आप ये मत सोचिए कि अगर आपको X नहीं मिला या Y नहीं मिला तो आपका अच्छा नहीं था. It's only that today this is what the presentation was more effective, and this is the person who has got this. So that is how the entire game works for the best paper award. So इसके लिए उसका stress मत लीजिएगा, आप participate किया, that is more important. Few tips and things that I would like to share before I go ahead and conclude my thing is that please try to understand what's going on in the economy per se. Yesterday there was an earthquake. Before that, what was the tariff war? What was the other things that are going on? So whenever we choose a topic, if we can also bring in real life examples and connect with the audience, that is the most important thing. This is what helps us. Next is, if we are guiding PhD students, then these kind of conferences gives us ideas ki what could be the next topic that we could kind of tell our students to work on. Specifically, the theme of the conference was very beautifully selected, I think, which is the sustainability and business resilience. And teachers are a live example of resilience. COVID आया, हम online चले गए. COVID खत्म हुआ, हम वापस आ गए. Speaker नहीं आया, हमने उसको hybrid बुला लिया. So we are very resilient. So don't even think that we are not resilient. We are already resilient. Business is still learning to be resilient. Teachers are always resilient. We have learned to speak in front of the banyan tree to the best of the technology. So teachers are always resilient. Only thing is that we need to little bit polish ourselves more to what is going on in the industry, because there's a gap between industry and academia, and industry feels, please don't take me otherwise, industry feels we are only endorsing each other. Teri bhi वाह वाह, मेरी भी वाह वाह. That is what industry feels. When we go to the industry, that is what they tell us. They say, आप लोग सिर्फ conference में बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हो, action दिखाओ. So my request is, please try to do actionable research. I have had fights in my university. I'll just share one small instance. I did a minor research project on cyber crime awareness because today there were 5 papers on cyber crime. Cyber crime awareness in Maharashtra, Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. They told me, you are trying to do an awareness project. This is not a research project. So I told them, ठीक है, I will frame it into a research topic, but I want to go and do awareness. So our Honorable Minister of Road Transport, Shri Nitin Gadkari, when I went to the Vidarbha region, there one gentleman told me, where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is no will, no way, there are surveys. I hope you understand उसने हमारे लिए क्या बोला. तो उसने मेरा प्यार से वेलकम किया उधर, मैंने भी सुन लिया. तो जब मेरा टाइम आया बात करने का, तो हमने कहा, where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is no will, no way, there are surveys. And when surveys also go for a toss, teachers come on the highway. That is how, and that highway is built by that gentleman only. So that gentleman helped me write my forward for my book. साहब ने मेरे को forward लिख के दिया मेरे book का, so I have very high regards for him, for the wealth diary. That's how I got to meet him, because we got into this conversation. द मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज कि आप डरिए मत, आप टीचर हैं. सेकेंड इज प्लीज meet public figures, please talk to them, get into your research and make your research actionable. So whatever we do actionable, there will be resistance. University did not approve twice. I again applied. तीसरे बार में बोला झक मार के करो यार. And after that they gave us the best paper award. That same university. So what I'm trying to tell you is कि आप डरिए मत, जो आता है मन में ट्राई कीजिए. रेजिस्टेंस तो आने वाला है, but you have to use your words carefully and try to work wherever possible. So overall, my personal experience at Surat has been wonderful, amazing. I also got to meet two of my dear friends who had done their refresher course at our college virtually in 2021. So I'm glad to reconnect with them and of course make very new friends here. So thank you so much. All the best to all of you, and hopefully we'll meet again and we'll cross paths again. God bless you. Take care. So this is the worst thing that we have to do. Why worse? Because it is challenging. Trust me, all papers were very good. Some were great, some were good. But we have to choose between all of them. So we have made a choice. So the first prize goes to, for this technical session, which is technical session number 2 of carbon emission and corporate sustainability, is Trusha Gajjar. Trusha Gajjar. Congratulations. Can I request Principal Ma'am to please present? Ma'am, come.
Kindly collect from. Now I would request Dr. Hina Oza ma'am to share her opinion and insights about the event of today.
Dr. Seema ma'am, Dr. Martin ma'am, and Dr. Punjabi, and dear all the colleagues from KP College, and dear participants. It has been a great experience to attend and participate in this conference. And as sir said, the topic is beautiful, the theme is beautifully chosen, which covers so many areas. And so far I talk about my technical session, that was technical session 3, where around 24 presentations were there. Out of there, 14 papers were presented. And I would like to share that I'm actually impressed by the quality of papers that were presented in my session. And so many things, the topics were relevant, the methodology were rigorous, the data collection was as per the research methodology. There was a good hypothesis development, and literature review was also rich. So I'm really happy that generally my expectation was not that much, that normally the young generations come for paper presentation and there may be theoretical papers, but all the papers were, bearing a few papers, were original research work. And so I compliment all of you for having work in this research, and I compliment organizers for having that reputation that the quality matters a lot. So it's a goodwill of KP College, which I definitely share as my, I belong to SPB College, which is my second family. So Sarvajanik College and Sarvajanik Education Society and KP College are very much part of my life for almost 28-30 years. So I salute KP College for having that goodwill, and I'm sure that the young generations and the faculties over here have to continue this legacy and establish its goodwill more and more. Coming to the, as sir has already told, and I was sharing in my technical session, there are only two kinds of research. Either it is a good research or it is a bad research. So when we come as per in the conference and as per the protocols, we have to choose the best as per those criteria. And so we have to choose one. But I'm very sure that this was definitely very challenging, and I have chosen the one, but definitely the papers were good papers, good quality papers, and there are only two categories, as I said. So bearing up one or two, there are all good quality papers worth publication. So if you send the for publication, there are all possibilities that they will be accepted in even the care research journal. So that is what is the quality of research papers presented by the research scholar in my technical session. And having said that, I would like to announce the name of the paper presenter, the research scholar, who is very much the faculty of this college. And it is Dr. Mohan N. Mane sir.
I request Mane sir to come on the stage, please.
His topic was statistical analysis of cyber security challenges in Surat's financial system from year 2015 to 2015. He had done it, the research methodology used by him was so rigorous and it was so relevant in the societal concepts. So he deserves the best paper award, and so my compliments to him. And actually 2 or 3 papers were very close to Mane sir's paper, but unluckily I have to give only one prize, and so that's all.
And so finally, we would now definitely want to hear from our own Dr. Martina ma'am.
In charge principal Dr. Seema Ben Desai, our technical session chairman Dr. Punjabi and Dr. Uza, my KP Parivar which is present today here, and all the participants. I actually was on the verge of saying no when I said that I did not want to chair the technical session today due to some reasons. But then after coming here, I remembered the days when I have gone for so many technical sessions, chairing them all over India. And then coming to my own college and meeting my own friends, my own parivar, gave me a nostalgic feeling. And of course, meeting new friends. That's the most important bonus point. Looking at, I mean, today you're not there to hear any bhashan baji because we have come at the end, I think, and most of you want to run back home. Especially the organizers who have put in so much of effort. First of all, let me congratulate each and every participant for presenting the paper. I have seen the list of paper presenters whose names were there. Many of them have not presented the paper. While those who presented will always acknowledge one thing, that they've learned something today. When you listen to the others, you always learn something from there, and that helps you to enrich your research work in future. You will come across new titles, you will come across new areas, you will learn about a new research methodology and so on. It will help you a lot in investing a little time by attending those conferences, because you are in midst of so many others who are also in the same field as you. That's the beauty of any conferences. Of course, I did hear that nowadays people are not ready to present the papers and then they take the certificate, fine, but that's not right. You will be losing out on something that will add to your knowledge in future. This is one thing. Secondly, the organizers. They've taken a lot of pains in organizing this particular seminar. I'm really, really happy that you have continued the trend, and a big thank you to all of you and congratulations to the organizers of the college. Now coming to my session, technical session 1. The papers were good. I'm not saying no. The ideas and the themes, the topics were new, fine. My only grudge was only one thing, that the brochure that was prepared today, the theme, most of the papers, I would say 99% of the papers did not adhere to the theme. And the papers that were presented were not pertaining to the theme of the conference. That was my only grudge for today. Secondly, I think every paper that was presented in my session, at the end of the presentation of every paper, I have commented on what the paper was about. I've asked questions. The student or the participant could answer or not, it depends. And also where something could be added up, some advice was given, and where your paper could be a little more stronger. That was where. So don't take it as a negative criticism, but take it as a positive criticism, because you have a long way to go, a long career ahead of you. Take those small ideas that we have given, all the experts which are sitting here also on the dais. They will also tell you about where you can strengthen your research work. The paper that I've given the first prize today, and the other papers which were there were some very good papers. There were 5 papers which were really good out of the 20 odd papers which were presented in my session. But the one which I've chosen just got 1 mark more than the last paper. And that 1 mark more was given only for the strong research methodology, nothing else. The other papers were equally good. Just because I had to give a prize to one paper, I would have given it to all the 5, because they were almost 19-20 ki baat thi aur kuch nahi. But still, the one who got it was lucky, and that person today is Tirthankar Patel. The others were equally good. Please don't take it. I just heard a remark somebody saying just now, oh, Martina madam is chairing the pressure, hame to jara ghabrai gaya. We were frightened. It's nothing to get frightened about, but let's all move on to the to do well. And remember this one saying which we heard when we joined in the academics: either you publish or you perish. Remember that. Make your research strong. Go ahead. You have time or you don't have time. Give time to research, and you will grow really well in your academic field. You will learn a lot. You will also go in unknown areas which are not known to you, and you will be so rich in knowledge that you will be giving your students the best in life. Fine. Thank you so much.
I thank with great heart all the 3 technical experts, because that is what we are looking forward. I mean, even those who presented got a feedback, but for those who could not make the presentation, it really matters. So your feedback is very essential that you have given to us. We definitely will follow. I thank you. And finally, I request Hetal Bin Desai to give the vote of thanks.
અત્રે આજની નેશનલ કોન્ફરન્સમાં આમંત્રણને માન આપીને અહીં ઉપસ્થિત રહેલા સન્માનીય વિષય તજજ્ઞો, રિસર્ચ પેપર રજૂ કરનાર વિદ્વાન અધ્યાપકો, સંશોધકો અને ટેકનિકલ સેશનનું સંચાલન કરનાર અધ્યાપકો, સૌને મારા નમસ્કાર. ખાસ કરીને અહીં ઉપસ્થિત સેશન ચેરપર્સન શ્રીઓ ડૉક્ટર માર્ટિનાબેન, ડૉક્ટર હિનાબેન તેમજ મુંબઈની કોલેજમાંથી હાજર રહેલા ઉપસ્થિત રહેલા ડૉક્ટર નવીનભાઈ, જેમણે પોતાનો કિંમતી સમય ફાળવીને કોન્ફરન્સમાં હાજર રહીને તેમનો વ્યવસાયિક જ્ઞાન, માહિતી અને અનુભવના આધારે બેસ્ટ પેપરના એવોર્ડ આપીને પાર્ટિસિપન્ટને પ્રોત્સાહિત કર્યા. આ માટે તેમનો હું હૃદયપૂર્વક આભાર માનું છું. આ કાર્યક્રમમાં ભાગ લેનાર તમામનો આભાર, જેમણે સક્રિય રીતે કોન્ફરન્સમાં ભાગ લીધો અને પોતાના નવીન વિચારો અને દૃષ્ટિકોણ દ્વારા આ કોન્ફરન્સને વધુ પ્રેરણાદાયી અને શ્રેષ્ઠ બનાવવામાં યોગદાન આપ્યું. આભાર તમામ ટેકનિકલ સ્ટાફનો કે જેમણે હાજર રહીને કાર્યક્રમને વધુ સફળ અને અર્થપૂર્ણ બનાવ્યો. હંમેશા અમારી સાથે ઊભા રહેતા સાર્વજનિક એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટીના મેનેજમેન્ટ સભ્યો અને અમારા ઇન્ચાર્જ આચાર્ય ડૉક્ટર સીમાબેન દેસાઈ, ઉપાચાર્ય સ્મૃતિબેન દેસાઈ, જેમણે આ કાર્યક્રમને શ્રેષ્ઠ રીતે આયોજિત કરવા માટે અસાધારણ પરિશ્રમ કર્યો, જેમનો ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર. આભાર અને ખૂબ ખૂબ શુભેચ્છાઓ.
Thank you very much, Shetal ma'am. Now, finally, just one more message that we need to give you is that we have sent the feedback form link on the group. So kindly fill that feedback form as far as possible by today. And final, we stand up all for the national anthem.